Hello, sweeties! Geez, don't you just hate this time of year? When everything is grinding to a halt and there's still a million things to do before you can take a break, and that's if you can take a break. If you can't, of course, you start feeling like the only person left alive on a desert island, too vile for words. Nevertheless, this is supposed to be a happy time, when everyone is loving and giving, so let's start smiling. Someone gave me a fabulous description of life, which I thought was hilarious. She said, you have two choices, happy, 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 dead, or worry, 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 dead. Isn't that fabulous? Anyway, it's the 24th of November 2019, and we're all extremely happy. Thank you for listening to Astrology with Linda Shaw. Don't forget to subscribe, it's free, and press the bell thing, you'll be sent reminders. That's enough of that, let's get to the stars. Sagittarius, my little koala bear, this is fantastic. Prosperity is your word for the week. Communications are finally back on track, thank God, and your money planet is charging forth with gusto. Then on Wednesday, a couple more planets join in making abundance your new thing. Of course, you may have to work overtime for a while, but whatever it takes, do it with an enormous grin. Your life is already improving. Watch the temper though, and drive carefully. There are lurgies in the air, turning you into a loony whenever you're distracted. The health is mostly fine, and the love life is taking a very interesting turn. If you're already involved, you'll probably need to help the lover through a few dramas, but if you're alone, you won't be for long. Unless you want to be, of course. You know what a weirdo you are. That's it for Sagittarius. Capricorn, my little buttercup, I want you to wipe the word should from your vocabulary. It's a really crappy word. I should have done this, I shouldn't have eaten that, I should have been there. You can drive yourself crazy with this kind of lunacy. In fact, stop looking backwards altogether. All those mistakes you've made have merged beautifully with the successes to make up the rich tapestry of your life. Besides, now's the time to turn it all around. You're being called upon to change course and to make some real magic. Write down what you want, but not how to get it. As you doubtless forgotten, the universe works in its very own private way. There'll be some unexpected moments, but the outcome will be smiles all round. Wait and see. That's it for Capricorn. Aquarius, my little pomegranate. Did you know the pomegranate is the symbol of secret power? Just like you, silent, hidden, and powerful as hell. It's true. Anyway, my little powerhouse. The good news is that your darkest moments have come and gone for this year anyway. So even if you're still in the ditch, know that the light is out there somewhere and it's looking for you. Start climbing upwards. Make a point of helping anyone as you go. The way to your happiness is always through service and inner growth, as you know. Sounds tedious, isn't. Besides, the good stuff will be arriving in little stages, one bite at a time. You'll figure out what works as soon as you're ready to change. Ready to change, a little bit. Start with money. You're underestimating your talents as usual. That's it for Aquarius. Pisces, my little unicorn. Are your lovers, and maybe even your friends, asking for some space? And are you having a complete frothy as a result? Come on now. This is something you completely understand, so don't you dare take it personally. Besides, you can use the extra time to sort out your own huge pile of garbage. All that stuff you've been carefully ignoring, hoping it will miraculously disappear. Won't that be nice? Anyway, with your money-making powers at their peak, those brilliant ideas need to be explored and experimented with. And then, of course, there's that need to make some kind of social contribution, something you've always wanted. So stop complaining about crap. There are plenty of other things to keep you occupied. That's it for Pisces. Aries, my little flower pot, have you completely lost track of where you're going? Well, there's one good thing. With all the other distractions, money seems to have lost its power over you, or at least its power to control you, which is exactly why you're now able to truly tune in to all the fascinating happenings around you. New ideas are being aimed at you, and there's loads of interest focused on your uniquely creative abilities. And sure, love may need some letting go before you can make sense of it all. But when it comes to personal power, you're just beginning to discover what that really means, and you're loving what you see. And with power comes wealth, even fame, if that's what you want. But money first. That's it for Aries. Taurus, my little dove, it's a really busy time for you. All those old, even forgotten projects are being taken off the shelf and dusted. Examine each one carefully before deciding whether or not to salvage it. Your family also needs extra attention, really tedious, so arrange a few outings. You might find it's more fun than you expected, you know. Don't be put off by the odd argument either. This is simply a reworking of old issues that haven't been quite resolved. Think carefully before you hurl insults though. This is a stressful time for everyone, so smile and observe until you figure it all out. The career is moving slowly, giving you time to get your life together first. Save some of that money. You'll need it for the odd teeny drama in January. That's it for Taurus. Gemini, my little goblin, are you creating drama wherever you go? Of course you are. It's your nature to cause havoc. Still, it's that wonderful enthusiasm that's making the greatest impact now. And right now, if you combine that with your delicious determination, you'll be slap bang in the middle of unearthing a fabulous new career, if that's what you want. Either way, the obstacles are disappearing at last and you're having a fantastic adventure. Start planning now. And sure, power struggles are inevitable in the short term. But the truly powerful will definitely end up supporting you, as long as you keep your cool. In the meanwhile, be madly artistic and romantic. Someone out there is really interested. That's it for Gemini. Cancer, my little cupcake. Are you getting involved with someone twice your age? Actually, that's perfectly fine. You just need some grown-up and preferably honest support for a while. It doesn't have to become sexual either. Just let yourself be taken care of while you need it. Meanwhile, you're giving out such positive vibes at work that the offers are coming in thick and fast, but the requests are there too, obviously. Remind yourself not to take on too much at once. And don't spend all that money before it arrives just because it's the festive season. Save a bit for later. The health is fantastic for a change, not necessarily for long, but for now. You're obviously learning to manage your stress a bit better. Now, how about a massage to round it all off? That's it for Cancer. Leo, my little prima donna, you're in one of those wonderful moods that says, if you loved me, you'd know what I need. Wrong. This is what's known as setting yourself up for disappointment, because no one knows what you need until you tell them, not even you half the time. You know, you probably haven't figured this out yet, but your needs are changing all the time, and it would take a bleeding magician to keep up with your increasing demands, and they are currently in very short supply. So let's have another look at your menu of requirements, shall we? Most of all, of course, you want attention. Fame would be the first prize, but a zillion adoring fans would do just as well. So start with something you love. Write a book, do an acting class, learn to dance. The rest will follow on its own. You'll see. Promise. That's it for Leo. Virgo, my little fairy godmother, this is excellent. After 3 endless weeks of hideous disasters, you're finally getting back your extraordinary, immaculate, charming self. Still, hold back on those mad excesses if you can. There really is no need to iron the coat hangers before letting anyone through the door. Remember, other people's standards are by definition far less demanding than yours. Except maybe Capricorns, but don't worry about them. Mostly, people just want to have a good time. Try jumping into their flow for a change. Amazingly, you are not responsible for everyone's happiness. And sometimes a plan is the very last thing you need. Money's about to improve though, very soon, if you can trust yourself to deserve the best. Take your energies where you most love to be. Focus on what you want. That's it for Virgo. Libra, my little puff pastry, all those gaping wounds are finally healing and the recuperation has begun. In fact, you're starting to feel really good, almost as though you're being massaged back to life after a long illness. This is good stuff. But of course, the universe always takes time to fully complete its work. So while you're waiting, look around. Good things are happening. Delays and pressures are being lifted so you can finish all those tasks in record time. How about some travel with a lover or a fabulous new project? And for the rest, just help out wherever you can. You know how you love to feel useful. And don't sit around waiting for someone to help you back. The goodies will come to you when the time is right. That's it for Libra. Scorpio, my little tortoise. Don't be afraid to make those adjustments at work. You'll soon see how much of a difference your improved plan of action will make. Keep a close check on your own ideas though. There are some really persuasive people around and they're very keen to change your mind. If you decide to bend, make sure you're doing it because you want to and not just because you're trying to impress some idiot. And while you're at it, take an extra handful of vitamins. You'll need all the sustenance you can get now. Give it a day or two and you'll be raring to go. And then maybe a completely new look at the love life. Your motives are different now. Make sure you're still in love with the same kinds of things you were before. If not, could be time for a change. Think about it. That's it for Scorpio. Thank you, you extraordinary creatures, for listening to Astrology with Linda Shaw. If you'd like to subscribe, just press the button. It's free. And if you have any interesting thoughts, and I know you do, send me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. You have a great week. Remind yourself every hour just how fabulous you are. Bye now.